AI can basically do everything you need to have a complete blog. AI can do the writing, software can do the posting and the integration with your website. AI can help you plan what the content needs to look like for the blog to cover a diverse range of topics. AI can help you select the keywords that you need to optimize for given your website and given the niche that you're trying to target. So all of these pieces already exist. It's just that until now, for some reason, people had to do every step separately. They would go to ChatGPT and say, hey, ChatGPT, help me select keywords. Here's my website, right? Or, hey, ChatGPT, I want to write an article about something. Over time, you had slightly greater automation with tools like Copy AI and Jasper, where you could come and say, I want a blog post for these keywords. It would help you generate the subtopics, and then within each subtopic, it would help you generate the bullet points you want to cover. You could edit every intermediate step, and then it would produce a blog post. And now we're actually pushing a product out there called Autoblogger that basically does everything. You set it up in the first 3 minutes, and after that, it posts on schedule whenever you want it, and the entire thing is completely automated. Why? Because it makes no sense to have a human in the loop at every single step, right? If AI already does the writing and the keyword search and all of these things, why does it stop every time it completed a stage and asks you to copy paste it somewhere else, right? What sense does it make to write a blog post and then just give you the text so you have to copy paste it and move it to WordPress? We can integrate with WordPress. It's easy, right? So all of these manual transitions that people are doing are just A, a waste of time. B, they just require you to be involved at specific intervals, which makes it much less likely that it will actually happen, right? But you want Google to reward you for having fresh content 3 times a week, not whenever you happen to remember to do it. And so that's kind of our approach to things. 3 times a week, cool. Tell us which days, tell us which time, set it, forget it. If you want, you can review it every once in a while, but you really don't have to. There is a risk that over time, AI will make more and more content until it ultimately displaces all human content out there. There's this basic paradigm from many different industries. In monetary theory, for example, they tend to say that bad money tends to crowd out good money, right? And so I think here, cheap content is going to crowd out expensive content. As long as those contents are competing for the same eyeballs on even terms, and the people reading have no easy way to tell which is which, then over time, well, it's cheaper to create cheaper content. AI is cheap, humans are expensive. So you're going to get more and more AI-generated content. Now, it's possible that humans will maintain control over some specific niches, like research studies have to go through editorial review. Probably the editors will select only humans. But in most cases, like if we take generic news content, why would a human write a news article if the facts are already out there? AI can write it just as well, right? A human can find the facts that nobody else has, but there's no reason for the human to write it, because if there's no big quality difference, if there's no big difference in how people respond to it or what people will read, ultimately the cheaper way to create the same content will win. To figure out how AI will impact education, we have to first figure out what we want from education, because I think that's really not something that humans have been very explicit with over the past 50 years. I think one of the clear things that AI makes you wonder about is what professions are going to be necessary in 20 years, or will college be necessary? And I keep looking at this. I have small kids, and so it's really not clear to me that most of what the education system is preparing them for is useful, right? Let's say they get taught a particular skill. What's the point? AI can be taught the skill as well. AI will be faster and more scalable at it. So is the skill worth learning? Or should we only be focusing on educating children for something that machines will not be able to do? Like negotiating with other humans, for example. That's probably something you're not going to sit across the room and negotiate with AI, right? You're probably not going to buy from AI, at least not some types of products that tend to be sold face-to-face, right? You're probably not going to listen to AI arguments in a courtroom. So litigation, for example, is a uniquely human thing. AI is probably not going to be one of the jury either. right? So there are some things that we can still predict that are going to be out there, and then maybe children need to be educated more for that, for general creativity, for general tinkering and experimentation, but trying to teach them skills that can be followed step by step might just be a futile endeavor.